we'll talk about native and sponsored content first of all. That space is an area where I think the Guardian's had a huge amount of credibility for a long time, and what we are increasingly keen to do and are doing now is to work at far greater scale in partnerships. Everyone uses the word partnership in that space, but actually some of the partnerships that the Guardian's engaging in now are truly worthy of the word, where they're begun at board level between the Guardian and the advertiser brand. They take many months to develop. They bring in seven-figure sums of revenue, and they result in truly groundbreaking work. For example, I think we'd point at the work we've done with Guardian Witness and EE as a hero brand of what we can do in that space. Video is obviously an important part. So Guardian Witness is all about creating a platform for users to share video. In other areas, then the Guardian's skill at creating film is being used to help brands tell their stories. So really exciting space for us. We've just hired Anna Watkins, who's previously was Initiative MD, and we've got a very big team now doing some great work in that area.
Tell us what's going on with the Guardian in the United States. You guys have not only broken a lot of stories, but you're also beefing up your operation in a big way. What's the goal? Where do things stand, and where might they be going in the year ahead?
So we started to think very seriously about the US when we looked at how our audience was growing there, and we saw an audience which wasn't much smaller than our audience in the UK. 2-3 years ago, we saw an audience which was sort of getting to be of comparable size, and we'd done absolutely nothing to make that happen. It had just happened, and we thought about why that had happened, and actually you look at the US news market, and there's an enormous space for a voice like ours, which will actually be quite challenging, that will take alternative points of view, and will bring a truly international perspective to news. And over the course of the last couple of years, then we have developed the team there. So I remember first time I visited our office in New York, we were sharing some space with paid content. I was sat on the arm of a sofa because there were no desks at all, but actually there were probably about a dozen people in the building altogether. Now we've got a beautiful loft space in Soho, and that is nearly entirely full of not exports from Guardian UK, but native New Yorkers who are doing a fantastic job of telling stories completely unencumbered by a print legacy. So a lot of the great work that they're doing is emanates from the blogging approach to news. NSA we could point to as an example of that Glenn Greenwald was so heavily involved in that space. Other interesting aspects are in the world of interactives, graphic novels, so loads of fantastic work happening in the US, which means that our US audience is now beginning to get bigger than our UK audience.
It's beginning, or it is? Or
it is.
It is.
Well, it has been for the last couple of months. It has been bigger. Since we've moved to theguardian.com, then the US audience is bigger than the UK audience, and I think that's only the beginning. I think that we will continue to see extremely strong growth of that, and the commercial opportunities are really interesting in a market which is as big as the US market is.